go ahead and happy Friday, everybody. Got a quiet house. Zeke is asleep. My wife TJ, is the producer and director, is right now en route to picking up our daughter Mia at Santa Margarita, and so I am home with three of the kids because Athena went with mom to go pick up Mia, and they're on their way back here. And Athena loves the spotlight, so I'm sure she'll join us momentarily as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And my background, I'm a quantitative economics and decision sciences major. I went to UC San Diego, 29 years in the business, Orange County native, Capital Valley High School grad, 9 kids, and I'm an avid runner. And these are our kids. We're a Brady Bunch family. I brought 6, my wife brought 2. I adopted her, she adopted mine. We had Zeke, our bonus guy, 2.5 years old. We also got a dog during COVID, so we're a big family with a dog. I have also been in the press, and our company is Reports on Housing. It is all about, oops, you know what? I'm sure you're having a hard time hearing me. This is what happens when you don't have your director and producer. You can probably somewhat hear me. Now you can probably hear me even better. So anyways, our company is Reports on Housing, your local real estate snapshot, and we're trying to deliver not stuff that you can't really understand where you're going, because that's what closed sales data does. Kind of like gives you a snapshot of where we've been. It's things close, like in the month of August, which is the most recent thing that came out, or they close now. In another few weeks we'll get September's data, and just, you know what, it's not that's in the past. You're not able to operate at that speed and level, knowing that, hey, well, that was pending sales, reflection of June and July. So instead, I like to talk about the active inventory, looking out the windshield. This is exactly what's going on. How many homes are on the market? What's the pace of the market right now? How many new properties are going into escrow? That will give us the velocity. And we do that over a 30-day period, gauge that same 30-day period over time. And I could see this 30-day period versus last month versus last year. And from that, we're able to get an expected market time. If you place your home on the market, when are you going to open up escrow? And I can tell you that is the accurate speed limit of the speed of the market. And it's not at all like days on market. It's much different. And you know what? It's all about setting expectations for everybody, buyers, sellers, ourselves, so that we know exactly where we are, and then we know how we can operate based upon where we are currently at in the marketplace. I do have a couple kids here. Want to come in here and say hi? We have company. This is 2 of the 3 kids. The other one's asleep. Here with us today. This is.
Oh, he actually woke up.
Oh, did he? Okay. We'll bring him over. What's your name, ma'am?
Bob.
Bob. Alana Joe. Alana Joe Micah. And then we have over here. Mason.
That's Billy.
Billy. Sure, you guys are all right. Billy and Bob. This guy's in the 4th grade, and this gal right here is in the 7th grade. Middle school, elementary.
I'll go get Joe.
Stop. Go get that Zeke. Anyways, we have reports, housing reports that dot all over Southern California, and it's about delivering the local information. It's drilled down from the county level down to the city or area level, as well as different price ranges, the difference between attached versus detached, and all the different price ranges within there as well. And the most recent one that came out was Dangers of Overpricing. This actually came out 2 weeks ago this coming up week. And that's because we crunched the numbers last night, and we're about to have a new report come out this coming up Monday. And Riverside and San Bernardino got theirs this week, because they get theirs every other week. So right now we crunched the numbers for San Diego, LA, and Orange County. And next week will be Riverside and San Bernardino that crunch the numbers. So San Diego, Orange County, and Los Angeles can expect a new report come out this coming up Monday. Even if you subscribe today, you'll get this most recent one, Dangers of Overpricing. It talks about reducing and what happens if you reduce. And so that's what it's all about, setting expectations. You go to reports, reports on housing.com, and you click on subscribe, and it comes out every 2 weeks. like I said, and there are a ton of links at the bottom. We email them out to you directly, so you'll get them. We email them to you, and then from there you're able to you're able to get those to your sphere of influence, past clients, friends, family. Everybody's able to get the right expectations. I even have buyers that are subscribers to the reports. They understand exactly what's going on in the market. So it's $15 per month, $150 per year. You get a month free. So if you sign up for the annual, you get 13 months for the price of 12. So you get that month free. And the coupon code is MOM, because, hey, buy or sell, what would I tell my mom? So coupon code is MOM. And our sponsor, we have a new sponsor today. It's Escrow Junction. Escrow Junction is in the high desert, and they can be reached at 760-245-1966. That's 760-245-1966. And it's when working with an independent escrow company, there is a difference. And they've been helping out the high desert and surrounding areas since 1986. That's even prior to me getting into the real estate, 1991. So they've been doing it for a long time. They know what they're doing. And they cover all these different areas: Adelano, Apple Valley, Barstow, Hellendale, Hesperia, Oak Hills, Pinon Hills, Phelan, and Victorville and Wrightwood. You know what? Victorville is where my grandparents lived. They lived on Victor Valley Lake for a long time. So what's the difference? Escrow Junction is independently owned and operated. They're not broker owned or title owned. They are truly a neutral third party. And escrow, they have an escrow license and bonding required to operate, and they're regulated by the Department of Business Oversight. Department of Justice investigation, photos, fingerprints required for all employees. They know that your funds are safe and secure. You gotta go to Escrow Junction. They do a fantastic job. And they specialize in everything from sales, refinance, mobile home escrows, new construction draws, vacant land sales, 1031 exchanges. They do it all. And they also have this awesome magazine. I have a real copy that I was able to take a look at. It's called Exploring the High Desert, and you can get your own copy of it. It's a free book. There's a URL. We'll make it available to you on the thread. So it has a ton of stuff: school district information, recreation information, food and shopping. It's a really good magazine. I liked it. I thought, wow, that's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to share the link on the thread after we're done with this, and thank you very much, Escrow Junction, for your sponsorship. So, hey, Zeke, he's got big tears. He woke up with big tears. Good Joe. Hi. Do you want to say hi to the people? Or what's that? That's a fall photo, isn't it? That's a pretty colors. We don't have those pretty colors because we live in California, but someday we'll go visit all those beautiful yellows. Say, hello there. Yeah, you want a lollipop, don't you?
Yeah,
everybody else is having a lollipop. You want to go get a lollipop? No tears, buddy boy. Go get yourself a lollipop.
Yeah,
and then come back here without tears.
We're watching Halloween episodes.
Oh, how fun. They're watching Halloween episodes to go along with this fall motif. So, fall fun photos. It was at this moment that a parent-teacher conference was scheduled. I like that. When clients, they're like, I found someone cheaper to do it. Oh, look, this is how it turns out when you find somebody cheaper. When someone tries to call me instead of texting, that is so 1991. And I'm a guy that likes to talk to people on the phone, and I'm finding that I can only get a hold of people by text message more often than not, unfortunately. And me sitting in my kids' Zoom class trying to learn third grade math. That's right. This is a great movie with Adam Sandler. It's pretty fantastic. What my camera sees during Zoom calls and what's really going on for the rest of my house. I love that. I always move the boxes around and things like that. Somebody says I keep on freezing.
That's what we need to check.
Yeah, they're saying I'm freezing. I'll have to take a look to see if this is really occurring. So I apologize if it is.
I got it.
Let's see. No, I'm on there. I think we're good. Oh, it does. You're right. It says
Here you go.
broadcast interrupted. Well, that's a bummer. Steven, please check your Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is great. So true. Zoom virtual background. So. It says. What the heck is going on? Wi-Fi is great. It says. What the heck is going on? Wi-Fi is great. It says.
Maybe it's just that Wi-Fi.
No, it's not just that Wi-Fi. Yeah, I don't know if it's the heat or what the story is. So, not freezing at my end, not interrupted for me, no freezing here. Weird. My end, not interrupted for me. No. Okay, well, we'll continue. I apologize for those people that are having any kind of difficulty. So, apologize for that. Matter of fact, we're having it. It says broadcast interrupted. Not freezing for me. Good here, good here. I think what you have to do is you have to go in, then out.
You're doing check in.
Yes. Anyhow, so here we go. So anyways, we'll move on. The Southern California market. There we go. Please proceed. I will do that. The Southern California market, housing. It's hot. And I've said it in many ways. I'm not only going to say it's hot, it's a powerful market. It's an unusual market for even this time of the year. Like, yeah, it's hot outside right now, and the real estate market is even hotter. And it is extremely powerful. I talked about it before, and we will go into some normal seasons probably next year. But this year, you know, you normally have a spring season, that's the best, then summer, that's the second, then autumn, then winter. Our spring got moved to summer, and then we had this incredible summer months. It was really like a spring. Now we're in the fall, but it's like confusing. It's like 2020 does not know what it wants to do. And so, is it the spring? I don't know. Is it the summer? Is it the fall? It's definitely not the winter, but those are the normal seasons that we go through. And due to the fact that the market has been as hot as it is, due to the fact that the market is hot as it is, it's very alluring. I don't know. Is it the fall? Hey, Mason, why don't you shut that off, buddy? He's checking me out on the phone and has it on full blast. But anyways, it's very alluring. And yeah, so it's like antagonizing us to come on, place your home on the market. And that's why I think that we're seeing demand still really high, because I'm seeing some funky things. So 2020 has just been an unusual year. It has so many things that have been going on, and it would just make sense that real estate would start to march to the beat of its own drum right now, because I'm not really seeing the seasonality that I thought I was going to be seeing by now. I'm sure we're going to get it. We'll get into that momentarily. So let's go into the Southern California housing supply, crunch the numbers, and this line has just absolutely flattened and is not doing much at all. Yeah, now the producer and director has arrived. I think there's Facebook problems.
Oh, okay.
That's what somebody else said, that there's somebody else doing a live. It's just very, sometimes Facebook has issues. Sometimes I can't even see the screen that we're doing it on. So since we've been doing this since March, I think we've had 2 other issues with Facebook, and it's always been a Facebook issue. Our Wi-Fi has been pumping all day long, really on all cylinders, but whatever. So we continue. We move on. So I will continue, and if this is very sketchy and hard to follow, I will upload this to YouTube, and you can check it out there as well. It will not freeze, and so I apologize for all those people that say that it's freezing. One of the things that you want to do whenever Facebook is freezing is get out of it and then get back in, and you have to catch a different connection, and it's just the way Facebook works.
I think this is probably a Facebook problem, because it keeps freezing when you're talking.
Yeah.
So I would just continue.
I'm just going to continue, and
I'll
I'm going to put it onto YouTube.
Yeah.
And so I'll even note it that we're putting it on YouTube. So I apologize for what's going on, but I'm going to continue nonetheless. Down to 26 people live.
I know.
Should I try getting out of it and going back in?
If other people are having the issue, I don't know. You can try it, but I mean, it's up to you.
I don't know. But we're all a lot of freezing. I don't know what to say. We'll go ahead and I'm going to stop the broadcast and restart it. Unfortunately, that's just how this is working. So hang on here.
Oh, darn it.
What?
I was trying to make a comment for you.
Yeah, I have to go. I did save it, so
Yeah.
we can go to it. Let's see. Dun 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 dun. Let's try this again. Let's see if it makes any kind of a difference. Hello. Waiting for people to get back on. Yes, Facebook is having an issue, unfortunately. And there's not really much I can do about that. So I apologize for that. We'll allow people to get back on. So hopefully this isn't freezing. Is it freezing again, my love?
Hold on.
Oh. Mason took my phone, which is right next to you. So I can't really take a look at it. So I see 5 people on, 8 people on. How's it looking right now, those 8 people that are on? Is it better? Am I still freezing on Facebook? I'm back, Scott. Is it freezing? That's all I need to know. If it's freezing, so I can continue. Seems fixed. Oh, thank you, my son, Kyler Stephen Thomas. Yes, my son is on here watching, I see. So that's fantastic. Hopefully it's not freezing like it was before.
So you upload onto YouTube about what time? 4:35?
Yeah, I upload it. Yes, right around. This one will be earlier because I don't have a Q&A. So
Okay.
probably be around 4:15 based upon the stop and go thing. But let's get going. Let's continue. Let's back up a little bit. For all those people that missed it, I'm going to talk about the Southern California housing supply. I talked about this. 2020 is a different year. And yes, we have different seasons normally. And we should be in the fall season right now because the kids went back to school and we should go into the holidays. But I have a feeling that, you know what, interest rates are so low that it's very alluring. The market, everybody reads how hot it is. It's making more and more homeowners want to place their home on the market regardless of the time of year. And this is 2020, so it just would make sense that the real estate market would start marching to the beat of its own drum. So there we go. So the Southern California housing supply, the inventory, you can see how flat this is right here. This is flat. Yesterday, it was, we crunched numbers, 25,586 out of all of Southern California, all the homes on the market. There are just 17 fewer for sale signs. That's it. So this is flat. It really has not changed much at all in about the last, that is close to 8 weeks. Not changing much at all, just flatlined. And last year we were at 41,413. That's 62% more. And this is the difference between this year and last year. But last year, in this same 2-week period, we actually went down 2%. That's that purple line. You can see it goes down. Normally we go down during that 2-week period, but we're kind of flat. And there's a reason for that, and I'll get into it right now. The number of new for sale signs pounded into the ground in Southern California compared to 2019. So we're comparing month to month new for sale signs placed in yards and windows, and we're comparing it to 2019, the same time period. In March, we had 21% fewer come on the market this in 2020. In April, 45% fewer. That was in the midst of the lockdown. May, 26% fewer. June, 11%. July, down 1%. And August was up 2%. So I was wondering, this trajectory seems different. And now we're getting this thing where, gosh, we're up 8% overall. It's up 8%. And I have an asterisk on this. And the reason I have an asterisk on it is because this is for the month of September, which just ended 2 days ago. There are still homes that are coming on the market where the actual list date was in September. And don't ask me how this happens, but when we go back and take a look at these numbers, the numbers change and this number grows. So this will go from plus 8% to either plus 9 or plus 10%. This is different. This is not normal. It's not normal to see this many homes coming on the market right now. And I think that's where there's some alluring qualities to the market, being that it is as hot as it is, and everybody's reading across the United States how hot the market is. So I think that there's some homeowners that skipped out before and said, hey, might as well place it on right now. So Southern California active listing inventory year over year will, I'm wondering if we get more and more people coming on the market, if it might go up a little bit. If it goes up a little bit, it's going to end next month, right around Thanksgiving, and then it's going to come down. It's still going to reach a record low number of homes to start off 2022. There is the possibility, because demand is as hot as it is, that we end up just continuing flat like this, not changing much, because we are placing more homes in the market, but we're placing a lot of them in escrow because people are desirous of finding a home still, and buying homes. It doesn't matter that it's fall, we're still seeing a lot of activity. So if that's the case, we go down, it will go down even further, and we'll start off with an even more of a record low. So I just am wondering, is this a new trend? We're just going to have to wait and see, kind of play it by ear to see what's going on, because this is a new trend, and it's so new. It's only been around. It started with Orange County and LA, and now Riverside has joined forces quite a bit. San Diego a little bit, and San Bernardino has even turned positive. So it was one of those things where in San Bernardino, COVID was still affecting the number of homes placed in the market. Now that's no longer happening at all.
It's frozen, but I would still keep going because you'll have the camera that you upload.
That's just so unfortunate.
I know.
Irritating. I guess God, something out there is testing me in the universe. Good thing it's Friday. And what can I say? We're down to 25, 24. It all just dropped because everybody's dropping off and trying to get back on. Of course. So Southern Cal, 18.
It's okay, still go.
But I don't know what happens with Facebook, so I guess I'll just do it to this camera right here. So Southern California housing demand, year over year, we are right here. You can see very, very elevated. Yesterday we were at 20,355. That was down 1% in 2 weeks. So yeah, so it was flatlined and then it went down by 1%. That's it, in 2 weeks. Last year was 15,284. So we're coming down a little bit, but this is normal for this time of the year. Last year we were at 15,284. That's 25% fewer than where we're at right now. And just had the doorbell ring, just had the phone ring, my mobile phone that's nearby me. It's like, and then we have the Facebook freezing. How funny is that? Not funny at all. So this difference between this year and last year, and Southern California demand, this is where we are right now. This is where we're operating. If you draw a line across, you could see that we are still at a very, very high demand level, even though demand's coming down a little bit. It's the highest since 2012, and my argument is there were short sales embedded back then, so there's a lot more real escrows that are going to close right now. And the expected market time, so we saw demand go down a little bit, and the active inventory not really change much, so as a result, we're seeing a tiny rise in the expected market time. Yesterday was at 38 days, it went up 1 day, still extremely hot, and SoCal last year was at 81 days. Anything below 60 is a hot seller's market, and that's where we are operating right now. So this is the difference between this year and last year. Last year was at 81. That was like a slight seller's market at this time last year. So my wife said it right. The presentation will be posted on YouTube at 4 p.m. We have a camera recorder. Yeah. Everybody's posting. It's a lot of frozen.
So just continue.
Yeah. So Southern California expected market time, August and September is the lowest level since tracking in 2012. And home values are on the rise, and we are burning rubber. Everything is just absolutely unbelievable, and it's all because of interest rates. So yesterday was posted 2.88%. That was the 30-year fixed rate mortgage. And 2.88%, not bad. That is that ties where we were before. It's the second lowest of all time. So we've been reaching record levels for a long time. You can see how low this is compared to history. It's there are 9 record lows so far this year, and we're not that off from 2 weeks ago where we reached the last record. And 10-year Treasury is well below 1%. It will continue to be here below 1% for as long as the economy is chugging along and there's still unemployment problems, sectors that are having issues and difficulties like travel, airlines, entertainment. We saw what's happening with Walt Disney World and Disneyland. There's still a lot of industries that are heavily affected. Can you imagine those people that run trade shows, Vegas, all that stuff? So there's some serious issues that are out there, and that's where we're at right now. And if you look at Southern California closed sales year over year, this I'm going to put a giant asterisk on because this is way too early to be talking about September closed sales. But the reason why I did it is because it's already off the charts. It will go even higher. And the reason is because everybody takes a while for them to properly to mark their files as closed. And so the MLS continues to increase. So this number will continue to go up, which is why we oftentimes wait. But I just wanted to show this because even with it being a big asterisk, as of today, it's at 19,356. That's up 20% year over year. Look at it 2 years ago. Unbelievable. That was 2018, and that was when interest rates were on the rise. So you can see it's the highest September, and then we also have it's the highest level of this year so far, and it looks like it's going to continue to grow, probably past 20,000. September 2019, we had 16,138. That is 3,218 fewer closed sales last year. And year to date, we are off by 6%. We are missing 8,569 sales in order to be as on par with last year. And guess what? At this rate, I think we can get there. Because if we have an additional 3,000 closings per month for the next few months, we could definitely get there. And I think that there is a potential of Southern California being, net year over year equal. And it's all because of how hot the market is. So buy or sell, what would I tell my mom? Here it is. I know. Mom, looking at buying this house. What do I tell her? You know what? The bottom line is home number one costs $600,000. If there's a 30-year loan at 5% interest rate, the total would be $3,221 per month. And that's just principal and interest, right? But I just wanted to show you a real quick example. 3,221 months. If you want near the exact same payment at today's rate, that's home number two. Now you can purchase a $775,000 home, 30-year loan at 2.88%. That was yesterday's reading from Freddie Mac. And that's a total of $3,217. So actually save $4 a month. You're looking at a $775,000 house versus a $600,000 house. Mom, your money is going so far with these low interest rates. It is time to cash in on these low interest rates. And I understand you're going to have to write offer after offer after offer, but be patient. Because you'll be kicking yourself if you say, I'm going to wait till things get a little bit easier. They're not going to get easier anytime soon, so stay with the market, Mom. Interest rates are so incredibly low, Mom. Like I said, 2.88%. That is unreal. And if you draw a line across, you know what? You remember, Mom, in 1980s, 81, where interest rates were like 18%. Ever since then, there's been the story of slowly but surely interest rates. There's been this pressure for them to come down, and now look where we're at. We're at 2.88%. They're not going to all of a sudden spike or go anywhere really fast. And you can see this is where we were at 5%. That was this blip that was over here, but we have had other blips, and then it continues to roll down. And the expected market time year over year, this is, if you see this, I'm going to blow this up for you. I'm here to show you that this is a deep buyer's market. Has to be above this line. That's 150 days. So if you're thinking about selling your home, Mom, let me just show you how good the market is. This is where we're at right now. Not even near a deep buyer's market. You have to be way above here, and you have to be there for a while for prices to start to be chipped away. And slight buyer's market, buyers get to call more of the shots, but there's not much going on in value. That's from 120 days, not even close to that. We're down here. This is a balanced market from here to here. This is from 90 to 120 days. It's balanced. So balanced is where, you know, buyers or sellers, nobody gets to call shots. It's kind of like you have to negotiate to make things work. And then below this is 90 to 100, 60 to 90. This is a slight seller's market. This is where sellers get to call more of the shots, but there's not a lot of appreciation going on. Below that is a hot seller's market. Mom, we are in a hot seller's market right now. This was COVID. We're out of COVID. We were starting off the year. We were already in a hot seller's market prior to COVID, and now look where we're at. We are back into this hot seller's market, and we are here to stay for the rest of this year. It is a good time to sell, Mom. Place your home on the market and sell your home. Home values are also on the rise right now, so for those people that might have to wait a little bit, I'm pretty optimistic that even if you have to place your home on the market in November, if you have to put your home on the market in December, January, February, it's still going to be a good market. It's still going to be really strong. All the everything is pointing towards not enough inventory at the beginning of the year and strong demand due to low interest rates. So, Mom, when you place your home on the market, there's a lot of people waiting for your home to come on the market. You got to price it right, though. I did a whole report on that. That if you overprice it and you have to reduce it, that you'll net less by doing that. So there's a line of people that are waiting to see your home, and there's bidding wars that are going on out there. You place your home on the market, Mom, and there's going to be people that are going to be bidding against each other trying to get your house, and that's why so many homes are selling for at their asking price or really close to it, or sometimes even a little bit more, depending upon how great you priced your home. So let's get into COVID. So, Mom, buy or sell? You know what? It's a good time of the year. So COVID-19, the world kind of hit another plateau, and this is the plateau. It looks jagged, but this is a plateau right here. This new plateau is a little high. We're at 34.5 million, and right now there are 293,000 cases per day that we're averaging. And in the United States, hit also another plateau. We're at 7.3 million, and we're averaging 42,000 cases per day. That's the 7-day moving average. So you can see we went down, but then we went back up, and we'll see where things go from here. There's a lot of forecasting that we're going to be moving to that next wave, so we'll have to see. And we need to be doing more testing. We've done it. We've actually got below 5%. We even hit 3.6% for a minute. And that was because we did almost 1 million tests. We need to do 1 million tests per day. They're going to be doing these quick action tests or whatever they're called, and that will help. Hopefully they get them out there in mass so that people will start taking these so we can get these numbers down so we can properly do contact tracing. Yesterday we were at 5.7% positive rate. So we've gone up and down. This chart is a 7-day moving average because it varies so much per day. So right now we're a little bit above 5%. We need to get this thing down below 5. The closer you are to below 3%, even better. California, we're at 823,000 cases, and we're averaging 3,250 cases per day. That is this. So coronavirus, where is it mostly impacted? We're steady in California. There is this northwest all the way along to where my brother and sister live, and this is Wisconsin right here. They're having issues there, and they're having a real bad problem in Wisconsin. So there are areas where they're up substantially, and then you have COVID, the tiers for California. So when do we open up our society? So this was last week. We're at 6.4 cases per 100,000 and a 3.6% positivity rate. Now it's at 7 cases per 100,000. That's on a daily basis. And we're at 3.4%. So this went up. That's not good. And the math looks a lot better. You can see it went from all these were opened up. There's some bad news though. These are the different metrics for getting into the different tiers. There's still people stuck in purple. We want to get to orange. Here's what happened. So here is where we currently are as of Tuesday. And what happened was this. This is Los Angeles. Ugh. They actually were almost going to go down to red. They needed to be below 7, but they went to 7.3. and now they stay in purple. Now they need to be here for an additional, next time they see red, they have to be there for 2 more weeks. So that's unfortunate. Same thing happened in Orange County. They were in orange. They were going to be able to move to orange. That's where I live. And they went to above 4, which is at 4.4. So they stay in red. And then we have Riverside County. They have been there in red and enjoying it. And then we have Riverside, they were very, very close to joining red, but then they too hit 7.2. They need to be below 7. So there you go. They too are now they have to wait a while. San Diego stays in red as well. There's no movement right now. There's nothing positive about this chart other than the fact that everybody remains their color until we see what happens next Tuesday. So macroeconomic outlook, unemployment numbers, we're kind of like plateauing. We have the same number of initial unemployment claims, and this surpasses even anything in any of the weeks in the Great Recession. And then monthly job growth, you could see this is the month of September. It wasn't that giant, so we're starting to we're not adding a lot of jobs right now like we were hoping to see. And so it's starting to slow and it's starting to curve. This is how much employment went down and now how much it's starting to come up to. And you can see that's a bit of we're starting to not add as many jobs. And then you have an unemployment rate of, we have an unemployment rate right here of 7.9%. 7.9%, so it went up, came way down. There you go. It's now down to 7.9%. It's still high, but it's not as high as where it was during the Great Recession. So you can see how quickly this came up and then came down. The pandemic woes, I wanted to show you, this is when trade shows won't even go back toward normal for another couple of years. And forbearance numbers went from 6.93 to 6.87%, went from 3.5 million to 3.4 million, so shed 100,000. There are 4.3 million in June, so you can see things are moving in the right direction for forbearance. And there's another 1 million that are not in forbearance. And purchase applications up 20% year over year. That is the 19th week of year over year gains. So you can see that's how strong it is. That's momentum will carry us through the rest of the year because purchase applications are still way up right now given this time of the year. So go to reportsonhousing.com, REPORTS on housing.com, and go there to subscribe. You get a month free and use the coupon code of MOM. I love my mom. I'm sorry, Mom, about this, the way this Facebook thing turned out, but hey, you know what? That's why we have YouTube and we have a backup. So we have a sample report section at the bottom of our website. And I just want to remind everybody, we're starting our forecast tour, and I have a lot of offices that have reached out to us so far. I think we have like 22 forecasts that are currently booked. So if you'd like for us to come to your office, have your manager contact us. We'd be more than happy to help us out. We'll be doing Zooms. We're not actually going there in person. What did I say?
I said come to your office.
Oh, I meant come electronically to your office. Zoom it. We will Zoom into your office. Let's see. So thank you very much, Escrow Junction, for your sponsorship. You know what? You can reach them at escrowjunction.com, 760-245-1966. They're serving the high desert and surrounding areas with expertise since 1986. And they are handling the high desert, all these wonderful communities. And you know what? There's something very, very important. There's a difference to an independent escrow company. And what is that difference? Escrow Junction is independently owned and operated. They're not broker owned or title owned. They are truly a neutral third party, and their escrow license and bonding are required to operate. They have it all, and they're regulated by the Department of Business Oversight. And the department, they've had everybody investigated with photos, fingerprints required for all employees, so you know your funds are safe and secure. And they specialize in everything: sales, refinance, mobile homes, new construction, draws as well, vacant land sales, 1031 exchanges, and they have this wonderful magazine. It's Exploring the High Desert, EJ's hometown, and it comes. They're going over everything. I love this thing, so we'll put that link on the thread. And thank you for your sponsorship. That's it. So I will be putting this thing up on YouTube. Hopefully, we'll see how choppy this thing looks, but apologize that this happened, and hopefully Facebook gets this resolved for next week. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic weekend.